Okay, I believe I am live. Hello, you beautiful people. I want to make sure this isn't too loud. Goodness. I feel so rusty. It's been like 2 weeks since I've been able to create. And I need to figure out like what I'm gonna do. I should have done a warm-up beforehand. Going 2 weeks without creating and then like just trying to jump right back into it. I feel like I need to do a warm-up. Also, like, I'm pretty sure some of these are getting a little crusty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this out soon. I feel so underprepared right now. Let's see. Curious of what my warm-up should be if I should just dive into this. So I'm thinking, first off, I need to fix Jirachi's eyes. Jirachi's looking a little demonic there, and I'm not really liking that. So, yeah, I think I need to fix Jirachi's eyes. I was trying to go for like Jirachi using psychic powers, and like in the Pokemon anime, like it comes through in their eyes. I just don't think it translated very well. And after some time looking at it, I've just been like, Jirachi looks demonic. I don't like that. We need to fix that. Also, then getting Kenny done, and I think I want to start with his clothes. Also, like, figuring out the pose. It needs a thumb. I need to put a thumb right there, but... How's it going, Travis? I do. I am exhausted. This move, like, completely wore me out. Eric is like, we're never moving on our own again. We're getting movers the next time we have to move. Goodness, for like the last 2 weeks, I just haven't been able to like watch anybody's videos, or if I have watched them, just haven't been able to comment on them. I need to comment on some of Chantel's. I need to watch your latest video. I just watched Chuck's last video, even though that was late. Ugh. Nobody's art stops. Everybody keeps creating. Yeah. You know what? I could do a little like. So I got some of my paintings up in the living room. I'm loving these lights. I found these grape lights when I went thrifting, and they were brand new. They're from like 2002, never opened. So got those open and hung up. Something I haven't had displayed for like years is my dragon collection. And these dragons are from my grandma Nancy, so it was nice to actually like put them out. I got the dragon kite up. More of my paintings. This is gonna be the new backdrop for my videos. There's lots of space for new paintings. Yeah, it does. I love the mood it sets. Also, like, got our little games set up. We have a new lampshade coming for this. This was also another thrift find. I have to fix it though. So it's missing a light and it's got some chips. So I do want to fix it and kind of like clean it up and repaint. But I got some ideas. And then We have a dining room, but we don't have a dining room table, so we turned it into like a room of oddities. And it's just like something you can come into and enjoy some coffee and sit down, like when Eric's mom comes with us. We've got our little like shrine, I guess, to our old pets. Yeah, the room of oddities. Like paper flowers. These are from my best friend's wedding, even though like they're no longer married. I still liked the paper flowers, so I still have them. Our books. How's it going, Leah? I appreciate you stopping in. I'm giving like a little quick tour. Some of my favorite Beanie Babies. These are the old ones, the dinos. I got all 3 dinos in the Beanie Baby, Beanie Buddy, and Teeny Beanies from McDonald's. I don't know if you guys remember the Teeny Beanie craze. And there's I haven't named him yet, but there he is. Bath Time Dino. Lester. Yeah, like another like nostalgia thing. This is like from a claw machine years ago for Jurassic Park. Dexter painting. We had to have Lady Guadalupe for Eric. Got to have some representation for Eric in here as well. Like we have his plate from Mexico. There's a couple other things. The hands were his. Buddha is his. Anubis is his. Oh, the elephant. So like kind of a mix of us. He also got these like leather tapestries when he was in Mexico, and I love the way they look. And he got one on this side as well. So much detail in it, and I love the colors. And since he's not home, I'm gonna show off his room, because he's got the Disney room. It's his office. His favorite Disney princess, Tiana. I did that painting. Yeah, we've been working pretty hard on this. I have been really busy the last couple weeks. And then, of course, like, all is Ursula's his favorite Disney villain. Yzma's a close second. But I love walking out. It just feels so cozy. But then, here's the Pokémon room. My art setup, my art desk and everything. This is what I'll get to look at when I'm in here creating. All of my art stuff. Those are the paintings I'm going to be moving on to next when I finish the current painting. Future ideas and other stuff. It is all our memories. So many of these are just my Pokemon collection. Not only is it like my paintings, I got newer paintings, paintings from contests. I also got like my very first Pokemon painting up there. Even the toys, like these are, I think, 10 years old now. And I got those like 10 years ago. The pops are like from not as long ago. But then like, look at these. These are from when I was a teenager. I still have these. And so like, I got them up as well, displayed. And then, of course, like all my trading cards. Although that major collection, that's in there. I'm not going to go through it because goodness gracious, these binders are stuffed full. And I've got like, I don't know, 50,000 cards alone just in these binders. I always tell myself I'm going to go through them and organize them. And those are all filled too with cards. But binders got like a lot of the more rare stuff. Just such a daunting task, though. There's so many cards. I will do it one day. Or I pulled a painting down. That's for a video I'm filming. Or as Eric's like, Annabelle's gonna hate you when you die, and she's gonna have to go through all your stuff. And I'm just like, she probably won't. She'll probably make some money off of all my cards. And then he's my favorite. He just lurks behind the door. So yeah, like we've been setting up. We've been really busy, but it's coming together. We still got some work to do in the bathroom. Like, I realize how creepy he looks. It's just Albert Einstein. But I still got some work to do in there. We still got some work to do in the laundry room because this is like the least focused on room so far. And then a little bit on the kitchen. But it's coming along. I'm very happy with it. It definitely feels like home now. Oh, my favorite card is Shiny Gyarados from Gen 2, first edition. I pulled it out of a Neo... It wasn't Neo Genesis, was it Neo Destiny? I pulled it out of a Neo Destiny pack. 12-year-old me opening up a pack of Neo Destiny and pulling out my favorite Pokemon, Shiny Gyarados, first edition. I shrieked. I just remember I got popped in the back of my head for it because like my mom was just like, people are gonna think something's wrong with you. Yeah. Can't wait to be able to have people over now, like when they visit. We got a guest room. They'll either get to sleep in the Disney room or the Pokemon room. There's lots of stuff to look at, keeps the visual interest going, and it's just kind of like our little escape now. Yeah, I was really excited. That card was my chase card, and I got it really early on. Like that was the main card I wanted out of the set, and ended up getting both Shiny Gyarados and Shiny Magikarp. It's pre-evolution, so the two main cards I wanted, I got. I was stoked. I was so happy with that. Okay, now to try to get into the swing of painting. I feel so rusty. 2 weeks is so long, but like at the same time, I was kind of creating by like decorating, but it wasn't painting. I think I'll just start with Jirachi's eyes just to ease back into it. Let's see. I'm sorry, Baxter. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh. And the puppies are happy too. I gotta show them off. There's Mr. Baxter. He gets to lay right next to me. Isn't that right? Yeah. They're super happy. They do have a balcony. Baxter still gets to go out in the sun. It's not a backyard, but it's a balcony. And we have a really pretty view. Love the landscaping here. All mature and very well taken care of. Oh, yeah, and you're tired. I took him on a really long walk before the live because I'm trying to get them used to not needing to go out every hour again since we don't have a backyard. And then Mr. Onyx. They're both tired. We went on a really long walk. That was what I wanted, though, was to wear them out so that I could focus on painting, because needing to take them out in the middle of a live is gonna... Boy, it's gonna take up a lot of time. Getting their leashes on, walking them all around. Thank you. Yeah, we're very happy we found this place. It was perfect, right within our budget. It's a little bit bigger than our last place. We had to give up the backyard and the garage, but at the same time, like, there's so many new walking areas for the dogs. lots more grass and landscaping. So I definitely feel like we kind of lucked out with this. I also love, like, we're really close to the California border now, so like we could go to Lake Tahoe, I think, in like 25 minutes. Yeah, and we have some wonderful neighbors. Eric and I have been out and we've met our direct neighbors, and then we've been meeting a lot of the other people within the neighborhood. Everybody's been super nice, super welcoming. It kind of caught me off guard. All the other places I've lived, everybody's been kind of like standoffish and they keep to themselves. But here, everybody's been like super welcoming. It's been very nice and lovely. We've already went and had dinner with some of our new neighbors. Yeah, all of the neighbors so far we've met have just like been very, very nice, wonderful neighbors. We got like some we got some imported oil from our downstairs neighbor. She's Palestinian, and so she has a whole bunch of olive oil from the West Bank. And she's just like, we sat down and she shared some of her heritage and just things about herself, and she gave us some of this imported oil. It I will say it's not the greatest to cook with, but it is fantastic raw. Like if you just put it a little bit like balsamic vinegar with the olive oil on some bread or on a salad, that is the best way to eat this oil. It's definitely not cooking oil. So it's been a very nice experience. It makes me feel like I'm an adult now though too. Because I've always tried to be like neighborly with my neighbors. Like I bake cookies. I've been trying to get into bread. I'm not the best at baking bread yet, but I'll get there. It's just gonna take a lot of practice. And so like I try to make bread and cookies and other things for like my neighbors and just do the neighborly thing. But it's been difficult since the pandemic. People are a lot more standoffish. But here, it's just been a completely different experience. That's something I'm going to be starting soon. I haven't done a sourdough yet. I want to. I feel a little intimidated to start, but I really want to start a sourdough. Especially because I'm so close to like San Francisco. That's where sourdough got its start, was in San Francisco. Now I feel like his eyes just aren't quite right. Let's get in a little bit closer so you guys can see how I'm messing up his eyes. You can see that, like, I feel like it's evident I haven't painted in a while. I'm struggling with the blend. It's the starter. That's the most intimidating part about it, is the starter. Getting that starter going. Although we do have a couple really good bakeries in town where they sell starters and then you just kind of take over. I thought about possibly doing something like that. But we're also close enough to the mountains now where I feel like I could possibly even like do a natural start. We got a lot of good like. There's a lot of good yeast in the air in our area. We got all the pine trees in the mountains, and we're surrounded by them now. Oh yeah, the further north you are, it's a little bit harder, but you'll get it. And especially with it starting to warm up. Some of my friends over in Europe are saying like it's a really hot start to the summer so far. I'm kind of like one of the reasons I'm a little excited to not be in our old place anymore. Like there were some great things about it, but one of the things that I struggled with is the duplex was made out of brick, and that's fine for the winters because like it can get really cold here. But for the summer, like it just feels like we're being baked alive inside of it, and there's like no reprieve from it because all of that heat that all the brick absorbs during the day, and it gets like 100 degrees Fahrenheit here, and I think that's like 34, 36 Celsius, somewhere around there. And so like the brick just held in all that heat that it was gathering up during the day, and then at night it just releases it back into the duplex, and it was just hot and sweltering so many days. I'm not gonna miss that. I've had some of my friends who live outside of London tell me like the way a lot of the houses here are. They're built to absorb heat during the day and then release it out at night, which makes for great winters, not so great summers. I'm gonna have to make this eye a little bit smaller. Oh, that's why it also looks funny. There we go. So I can like really see what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I I'm a little torn on it. Having grown up in Las Vegas, I've become so accustomed to AC, and Eric likes it a lot colder than I do. I'm trying to like ease off of it as much though because like we just I feel like we get so disconnected from the actual weather outside with it. Also, I used to be able to take the heat like a champion, and I'm not able to do that as much anymore. Like I could go outside in Vegas, it would get like 110 degrees, like 138 Celsius, and I would be fine as long as I had water. I used to go out all eat. Haven't been doing it as much, and now I feel like I'm not as resilient as I used to be. But now we're back in stucco. Stucco's like definitely the best for the heat in the summer. That is looking so much better. Yeah, I know they do change as we get older. But I feel like my body's doing the opposite because, like, at least here in the states, a lot of the older generation tends to like move down to places like Phoenix, Arizona, also the middle of the desert, where it gets really hot, like 120 degrees Fahrenheit on a normal summer day, and like they seem to do fine, and I used to do fine out in that heat. And the last couple jobs I've had were all mainly inside. Where before that I was outside a lot, especially when I was like working up at the school. The campus was so big and the buildings were so far detached from each other. Like I was just constantly outside. Yeah, there's a name for them down there. They're called the, oh, what are they? There's a whole, I just drew blank on it. There's a whole term for the older generations. Like they go up north in the summer, and then they go south in the winter, and then some just end up staying down in Phoenix, Arizona, or like Florida is another hot spot for them. Is it snow? I don't think it's snow bunnies. Yep. Maybe one day I could be there, but I don't know. I think two having two houses across the country is just a little too much for me. We're fine with our one little place. It's just Eric and I and the dogs. We don't need a lot of space. I think it's Snow Bunny. Yeah, they go up north for the summer and then they come down south for the winter. Some end up just staying year round. There's whole communities dedicated to them. Although you got to be careful. I remember I stumbled into one in what was it, 2018? I was working at chewy.com, the website that sells all the pet products. I was playing Pokemon Go. They'd sent me down to Florida to open up a new warehouse because I was a training coordinator. So like I knew all the processes, and I got a lot of praise from a lot of my higher ups for my training style and just how hands on I was with everybody. Because like I didn't want people to fail. I wanted everybody to succeed at the job. I knew how important it is to have a good paying job, so wanted to help everybody succeed, and that got me recognized. And they ended up sending me down to Florida to open up a new warehouse. And so I'm playing Pokemon Go, and it's in Ocala, Florida. I don't remember the exact neighborhood I was at, but like I was driving around, I had Pokemon Go open, and I was just looking for a spot that had tons of Pokestops. And I ended up seeing one, so I pulled over, and there was like this walking path in this park, and there were shops and stuff on it. So I decided to go out and explore, and I'm just playing Pokemon Go, not realizing I had stumbled into like one of the areas of Ocala, which is kind of primarily older people. Like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but what I didn't realize is like this community was filled with swingers, like the older generation swingers. And so like I was getting a lot of looks because I'm like I would have been in a lot better shape than I am now too, but like younger than everybody else, and like I'm just like looking around like, why am I getting so many looks? And just like playing Pokemon Go, not really giving it a second thought. And then like this one older lady, she was sitting on a bench, and like I'm walking past her. What did she say? She goes, she's like, damn boy, you got an ass I could lose my dentures in. And I was caught so off guard. Like normally I roll with those kinds of things. Like I've lived an interesting life. I've heard interesting comments before. So like normally those things don't catch me off guard. But this one, I was just not expecting it. And this lady's just like, she had to have been in her late 60s, early 70s. So like that really like just caught me off guard, and I just kind of like gave her a weird smile, and then I walked back to my car, and I ended up calling my best friend, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you will not believe what was just said to me. I cannot believe somebody just said this to me. She thought it was hilarious. And then of course, like I told my boss, because he was like, where did you go? And I was talking to him about it, and then I told him the comment I got, and he thought it was hilarious. I gotta say though, that was probably one of the best pickup lines I have ever had told to me. Not that it amounted to anything, but it was definitely creative. I'll give her that. Okay, I think it's about good enough for Jirachi. I just hate how like Jirachi is slightly different in every like iteration of him in the media. Yeah, it is one to remember. I don't remember a lot of the pickup lines, but that's one I do remember, and it's been almost 10 years, and I still remember that one. I'll probably remember that pickup line until the day that I die. As you just learned a pickup line from someone from an older generation. That's looking so much better. He doesn't look as demonic. He doesn't really look demonic at all anymore. Yeah. Playing Pokemon Go and then being told that. I just gotta touch up this part of his eye right here. It's not looking as attached. I will say though, I didn't go back to that area afterwards. Eric was like, "You should have gone back. You're probably eye candy for them. You should have gone back." I was like, "No, I don't." What hearing a comment like that once is good enough for me. Why is this eye shiny not getting any bigger? There we go. That was when I found out like there's this whole like, so in the gay community we have something called a hanky code, and so like I'm aware of the hanky code and what some of them mean, like things that you're into that like just to kind of like advertise yourself. And I found out after that there's an entire like code. What? Why did you lock? There we go. I found out there's an entire code for these communities as well. So like one of the things that you're supposed to do, like they have golf carts to get around everywhere, and like you can put a pineapple on the golf cart if you're like looking for somebody, and like you do like a garage door like half opened or open to indicate like what you're looking for and things. And it's like the entire neighborhood of senior citizens are all swingers, and like they have this like elaborate code for each other. So if there's like new people moving in, they know what their neighbors are into. And like there's even one for like if you're into like spousal trades, or if you can host, or if you need to go over to somebody else's place, and if you're interested in looking for somebody else's place. I was just kind of like mind blown. I was like, oh my gosh, that is intense. And Eric's just like, maybe we need to move into one of those communities when I retire. And I'm just like, okay. If that is what you want, I will probably just stay inside and paint. Okay, I need to get some of these photos of Kenny. Luckily, Cassie has posted so many of photos of Kenny. I think maybe a red shirt. He seems to be in red a lot. Oh, when I tilted it up. I want the canvas to feel alive, so that helps me feel like it's alive. Eric he is quite a character. I love him so much. Everybody, like, we've had roommates, we've had family stay with us. His mom loves staying with us. Even she's just like, it's like living in a sitcom. Because Eric and I, like, we have our own kind of banter. We're very sarcastic with each other, and he's like, outside in the world, I'm more extroverted and he's more introverted. But when we're in our own homes, he's more extroverted and I'm more introverted. And I definitely am more bashful than he is. And then he's just like, he has his moments. And I swear, if we had a laugh track, it would be constantly going with him. I'm so nervous about starting Kenny. It just works out so nicely. Like, just we complement each other very, very well. And I wouldn't have it any other. I think I'm just gonna start with skin tone. Let's just get skin tone down, and then I can move on from there. I can figure out clothes and stuff afterwards. So this is Kenny, and he's got a lot of pinks, some yellows in his skin tone, but it's a lot of pinks. So I'm gonna have to blend up a color for him. We definitely even each other out. He can be very uptight at times. I can be a little too free-spirited. but we help ground each other because like he probably would be at risk. Is just always stressed out, like it is normal. Whereas I'd probably be living on the streets if I didn't have somebody to ground me and keep me in reality sometimes. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to meet Kenny, but I have gotten to see so many pictures of Kenny with Cassie and her family, a very big, loving Midwest family. Very, very much so like stereotypical America. The big family living in the Midwest with open land, big rooms and houses, and the family's always coming together. I definitely need a little bit more white and some yellows. I think. Zoom in. Which yellow? I think the buff titanium. Yeah, I'm gonna do the buff titanium. I think that looks right. He looks a little bit more pink on this camera, but he's not super pink. So he's got some yellow undertones. Lots of pinks. He's definitely got a warmer skin complexion. Let's get some of this buff titanium out. I think that was the right call. And then I can mix this on camera. I've currently got Naples yellow and Opera rose mixing together with a little bit of residual from an older skin tone I was using, just to kind of like try to use it all up. Yeah, I've been in big houses. I have friends with big houses. Even if we could afford it, Eric and I are both in agreement that we don't want a big house. We would rather have a small house, mainly just because, like, cleaning, like, we're both very much so on top of cleaning. We don't like messes. And so having a big house, like, we already stay on top of the cleaning in a small house and it eats up so much of our time. We couldn't imagine a big house. Ain't no dying. So we would probably get like small cottage like home. I need to go a little bit more desaturated. It will stay wet roughly like about a week in the container. Because this is made for jewelry, not paint, but like I like how it's connected and I don't lose them. But when I stay on top of painting, I don't have any issues with it. With the move, I went like 2 weeks without painting, and so some of these have kind of dried out. So like I'm gonna have to take care of the orange. The yellow's getting pretty dried out. Luckily though, there's not a lot of wasted paint here. It's mainly just the sides, and I'm trying to figure out something to do with, like, when I pull out the paint booger, trying to figure out something that I could do with it. So I do find like it helps the paint. I also use a water dropper to kind of like add in water, keep it hydrated as I'm going as well. If it dries out too much, just get a dropper so you can add in water over time, and I find it helps out a lot. As long as like I do find better acrylics take to water more easier without it messing it up like some of the craft acrylics do. Create a paint booger monster. That's actually kind of clever. Put them all together. 'Cause yeah, I don't like wasting the paint. I don't even want to waste out the dried up paint. I need to go a little bit more desaturated. I'm thinking maybe a. I don't want to do too much white, but I don't. I'm afraid to put green in it because I know green will desaturate it, but I don't want to turn it gray either. I have a bag of googly eyes somewhere. I need to check to see if they're still good. I think that bag's like 15 years old, and some of the googly eyes are probably like the plastic's cracking and not nearly as good anymore. In fact, there was something I made with it, with those googly eyes, and I saw it in the move, and I was like, oh, I need to go check the rest of my googly eyes to make sure they're still good. Give me a second. I'll go grab it. This was a fun little creation. Okay, so I made this like yarn ball octopus. I didn't have very much of this yarn, but I didn't want to waste it. And I don't crochet or anything, so I was trying to figure out something to do. So I ended up just kind of like creating a yarn ball around it and made this little like goofy little octopus. I kind of love him, but his googly eyes are yellowing and the plastic is becoming a little brittle. So I need to check on the rest of the googly eyes because if they're like this, I'm just gonna have to get new googly eyes. But this was a fun little like. I did this with some of my old clients when I was working with individuals with cognitive disabilities and learning disabilities. We were making stuff with yarn, and I busted out this guy. He was fun to create. Sometimes I wish I could go back. I do miss some of my old clients. Okay, I think that was just the right amount of green. Not too much, mixing it with the white. I don't want to turn it gray. This brush is getting so gunky. A little bit more white. It really was. I have so many of their drawings. Actually, like in our move, I went through a whole bunch of them, and it was happy memories, a little bit of sad memories, but just thinking about like the way that they see the world and how they create things. Still looking a little yellow. Maybe get a little bit more of this pink in here. Just need to get like his baseline done because then I could do the highlights and the shadowing a lot easier. think that is a lot closer to his base. Just a little bit lighter, and I think a touch more pink. At least he's got like undertones. It looks more purple. So I can mix in a little bit of purple with this. All right. Let's see how this goes. I might need to lighten it up a little bit more. But I just need to get like a little bit of a base going. I think I'm gonna have to warm it up. The green, that was my only concern with the green, was taking out the warmness of it. I wanted it desaturated, but I still wanted a warm tone. Let's see how it's gonna look if I mix in a little bit more yellow. I'm glad I'm not doing the yellow in the whole thing. I don't think this is gonna work. But I have pale rose blush. Let's try this. How's this gonna look? Yeah, that's bringing back some of the warmness I want. Brings back some of the warmness without darkening it too much. That is much better. And now I can work with this and get highlights going, shadowing, just get the base coat down. Let's see. I don't want to show off too much personal stuff about Cassie. Just trying to get some good pictures of Kenny. All right, Leah, I hope you have a wonderful night. I am beginning the editing for my next video on Sunday, so hopefully I can be back on a full schedule. We're just going to have to see how this week plays out. Otherwise, I am back to my lives again, so I will be doing lives again. And at least this Sunday, if I don't have a video out, I will be able to go live. So either way, I will have something for Sunday. I think I just made his arm a little too big. Luckily, I can paint over that. Now, you have a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next one. I gotta make sure the proportions stay right, too. I can't make his arms and legs look a little too wide, because then he'll look like an adult. I'm gonna have to thin that arm out a little bit, but that's okay. I will be right back. I don't have my sign. I will be right back. I need to go see if I have another collar, because I don't have it with my stuff. I'm just gonna bring this out here so I can see if I can find it. I need my yellows. Where are the yellows? Am I gonna have to re-up? Am I missing yellows? This is all of my my backup paints, because I will buy paints when they are on sale. Like, as you can see, I think I got these for like $3 each. So stock up when I can. Yellow ochre, you are what I was looking for. With my last one, I'm definitely gonna have to get some more. Because this is the color I want to try for shadowing. I feel like with a touch of purple, this will make for a good shadow. Have you off to the side now. Let's see how you're gonna look with the shadow. Are you gonna be the way to go? Oh, I guess I lost an eyelash. You don't need to paint that into the painting. Yeah, possibly. Let's see. How are you gonna look with a touch of... You know what? I think that's gonna be the way to go. Yellow ochre and pale violet mixed in seem to be making a really good shadow. Yeah, I feel like they're complementing his skin tone quite well. It's still helping keep the painting looking vivid. I think I'm gonna have to make his head bigger. Let's see, his torso. His body is 3. And his head is like 2/3. So if it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make his head bigger. I think that will help keep him looking more childish rather than adult-like. What's up, Baxter? Okay. Like, just looked up at me like something spooked him. I also need to figure out like what kind of outfit I'm gonna have him in. I'm gonna have him something like this, just typical play clothes, or something more like a football uniform. I think I'll put him in like the typical clothes he was wearing. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, if you're up there grabbing, I'm gonna have like it looks like he's got the same kind of thumb I have. The whole wonky gamer thumb. So he looks like he has that. So if he's up there reaching. Kind of disappearing. I'm definitely gonna have to put in some good highlights and lowlights. He's just disappearing into this background. Can't have that. I need him looking like he's a focal point. That's gonna be PG. Kind of get the basic map down of his hand. I'm gonna need some work. Definitely gonna need some work. You know what? Let's see. Red shorts, the blue shirt. Red shorts, blue shirt, green shirt, black shirt. Red, orange, yellow. Definitely wore a bunch of different colored shirts, but it does seem like red and blue seem to be his favorites. Boom. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do blue and red. I feel like it would help out because the blue, so bringing some blue down, and then red will contrast the green here to help him stand out a little bit more. Probably should have planned this stuff out prior, but what you gonna do? You guys get to see me try and work this out in real time. Let's see, we're gonna go crimson and a touch of cadmium. I seem to like bigger shirts, so bigger shirts and bigger shorts. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna make your shorts a little bit bigger. You can worry about like fabric physics after I block this out. If I get too caught up on them right now, it's just going to discourage me. I'm just trying to block it out. Yeah, I think red was the right call. You wanting attention. You're just trying to be a little cutie, wanting attention. You know, I'm on camera trying to paint right now, you goober. Are you telling me I need to get a break? Let's just show off the Baxter. Trying to look super cute over here and getting my attention. Oh, yes. Get your belly. You want your belly rubs? You want the belly rubs? You want more? Okay. I'll give you more. Are you good? Or do you need more? Okay, I'll give you some more. I'll get your neck and get your ears. Get the neck and get the ears. Oh, yeah. Okay, are you good now? No, you're not good. You need more? Okay, I'll get your bellies. I'll get your bellies. Is that what you want? You want your bellies? You want your bellies? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You get the good scratches. Yeah, you get the... Okay. That a good break? Did I make you itchy? Okay, well, I'm gonna get back to painting now, okay? Hope you didn't mind the little break. Hey, no dying. None of that. Yeah, I think color blocking was just a good idea. It was the right choice. Block out where everything's at. Okay, so the red's kind of matching Cinderace. I'm gonna pull that blue. I think that's the right call. gonna have to just get in a touch of, maybe do the sleeves a little bit of a lighter color, help them stand out a little bit more. Do a little collar right here, a little bit of a lighter shade. I am probably going to have to work on this off camera a little bit. I can get out of my own head. Like some of the more fine details. I think I'm getting stuck. I need to play around with, like, off camera, actually, like, sketch out a pose before I go any further with this. I'm afraid I'm gonna end up ruining it, and I don't want to ruin it. I feel like I'm losing part of the pose. I got some color blocking done. I'm happy with that. I can move forward with the color blocking. I'm just worried about going to a point of no return and mess up something in this background. I definitely should have warmed up beforehand. Okay, sorry about some of the things I like. He has kid proportions. That was the most important thing. He has kid proportions. I am gonna need to like touch some things up because I want him like slightly in the air, like he's jumping up towards the ball. But I'm gonna need to fix his foot. I need to twist it a little bit so it's turned more towards the viewer. I don't want him to looking like he has a broken leg. But his foot definitely needs to change a little bit. I think this one does too. It's this part that's really throwing me off. I think I made his shoulder too big. His shoulder needed to be brought down a little bit. Yeah, I need to do that. I'm gonna have to touch up his shoulder. I need to practice, like, do some gesture drawings just to get, like, warmed up with posing. I'm gonna have to do that for the next live. I don't want to. I'm getting discouraged, and I don't want to, like, push myself to a point where I get art block so close to the end on this painting. Everything else is looking so good. This is one of my own personal hangups. I don't draw, paint, do people that often. So like I'm getting in my own head with it. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get too far into this and get so discouraged that I set this off to the side again. I need to get this done. And it's so close to the end. So, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I have about an hour. I'm going to set this off to the side. I'm going to go get a different painting, and I'm going to put some work in on a different painting. So, be right back. I'm going to go get a different painting. All right, different painting. I'm gonna get out some of, oh no, my canvas got warped. Oh, did that happen in the move? Did it get loose? Oh, goodness, that is some warpage. I think maybe that was why I ended up putting this one off to the side. I don't know if that happened during the move, but yeah, you could really see it on camera though. Either happened to the move or that was why I put this one down, because let's see if I could just kind of like, without breaking it. I'll have to reach out to Cassie and see if I could get some more pictures of Kenny. That might also be what's throwing me off. But in the meantime, I could get started on something and just get some feelings out. Let's get some emotions out. If I'm getting stuck and discouraging, maybe I need to get something out. And this was an emotional state painting I started and then I walked away from. I'm not sure exactly why I walked away from it, but I'm seeing some fun things in it. So maybe I just bring those out. It's starting to sit a little bit better. I'm going to have to work on this. I think I'm going to need to soak the back of the canvas though. Soak this wood so I could kind of reshape it. It's this corner. It's this corner right here. That's what's like. I bet this happened in the move. I bet it just got like scrunched against some of my heavier art supplies. Because it's a tinier canvas, it just didn't take it. Which way's up and which way's down though? I feel like this is up. This is the top. I'm kind of liking these little black splooches, blotches. So I think I'm just gonna darken some of them up. Maybe this is a splatter. From what though? I don't know. But maybe I will get something, see something in this, bringing these out. Probably should have done this with this live, just work on something else for a warm-up, having gone so long without painting. Granted, 2 weeks is not a long time to begin with, but when you're used to creating every single day and then you go 2 weeks without creating anything, yeah, I should have done a warm-up. Such a rookie mistake, David. Such a rookie mistake. Oh. Kind of seeing like an impact. Maybe an asteroid? Wonder where this painting's gonna take me. I don't know, do any of you out there watching see anything in this yet? Just gotta make sure, like, this doesn't look like one of my emotional state paintings. So I was working, this was like the start for a different one. I don't even know why I ended up putting this one off to the side. It's either because it was warped or something else, but then I just started a brand new on a different canvas and kind of left that one to the wayside. But I did very similar things in the beginning of both of the paintings, so I gotta make sure, like, they look completely different. Yeah, I don't know where this one's gonna take me. It's gonna be another emotional state. Just probably one just for this chat, because I don't have a video of me starting this one. I think I just do it in lives. I feel like there's some need to come down here. Are they gonna stay there? I have no idea. I just see him there. Oh, a big bird. Startled me flying by the balcony. It's kind of looking tie-dye-ish. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 da, 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 bum. I feel like I'm looking up into the sky with it raining. It's funny, there's not very many of you here, but for those that are here, if you watched me switch paintings, you got to see in real time dealing with art block. Literally what happens, I'll be working on something and then I'll get discouraged, something doesn't feel right, and then I just like switch paintings. Because I know I can still create, but something's just like not sitting right. Switch paintings and get lost in other projects. I can't do that with another painting. It's almost done. I'm gonna reach out to Cassie, try to get some new pictures of Kenny that I may not have, get better references, and then get back into it. I think that might be one of the things messing me up with it. But got to figure it out. I'm so close to the end on that one. I definitely feel like I need purples in this now. I need more purples. I got like this burgundy wine stain color. I need purples, like a deep purple. this purple out. Yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking. And I think I want to just do the same thing. I don't want to do a super bright yellow though. But yeah, that's lemon yellow. I'm gonna need to tone it down. What's wrong, Baxter? Are you out of water? Thought I checked that. Alright, give me a second. I need to go make sure Baxter's okay. He's acting funny. Where'd you go? Never mind, it's nothing. I know what he wants. He's wanting his DIN and ER early. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Oh no! Put my arm in the black. Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Yeah, I'm gonna lean into this like almost tie-dye look. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm going somewhere. I feel like it got so much louder all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm liking this. Mishi, if you're still here, you'll have to let me know what you think. Because I have a feeling you are still here. Boom, boom, boom. Parts are still wet. Let's go over to a side that's not wet. Nope, they're still wet too. Look at that. I'm like marking up my hand. Oh well. I need to figure out how to fix this canvas too. I need to just take it apart. Yeah. This is fun on my eyes. I don't mean that sarcastically either. Like, it makes my eyes feel funny, and I kind of like it. Boo boo boo. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. feel like I'm gonna need to do purple in this area and then like a pink down there. It's gonna be an interesting color combo, yellow, pink, and purple. I don't see a face yet. I also don't know what kind of like the direction I'm gonna take this. So I know I'm gonna end up adding a creature in this. I don't see one yet. Brighten those splooches back up. They're kind of dark. It's about 4:30. The dogs are getting antsy. I think they're gonna have to go out soon. But if they have to go, I'm gonna just end up ending ending the live. I kind of want to finish at least the yellow first. bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Okie dokie. I got some painting done. Worked on this thing. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Oh, and now I'm seeing a face. Now that I said I'm done. So I could take the boys OUT. I'm seeing a face right here. There's the eye, there's the eye, there's the mouth. Kind of looks like he's swirling around. Huh. Anyways, that's where I'm going to end today. Got to get the boys out and get started on dinner for me. It is almost 5 p.m. So, yeah. I'm sorry I didn't stay working on this one. Just, I don't want to put myself into a situation where I'm like stuck and then discouraged and so much self-doubt that I'm not going to work on this. I'm going to try to work on Kenny off camera, just to try to get some things worked out on this that I'm not liking, turn them into something I am liking. So next live will definitely be next Wednesday. I might do one Sunday depending on how my video editing goes. We'll see. But I will definitely be doing it live next Wednesday. I do kind of want to work on him a little bit more, just to, so I can hopefully get him sent out soon. But we'll see how that's going. And then once I finish this painting, I'll be working on this one. I don't know where I'm going with it yet, but it's got an interesting pattern. I don't hate it. So anyways, yeah, That will be it for today. I hope you all stay safe out there. Don't get lost. Don't get stolen. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye, you beautiful people.